Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
General Nicolas Torre, hindi talaga nagpagiba at nagpasindak kina Amy Marcos at Bato de la Rosa, matapos itong ipatawag sa nasabing hearing na kung saan iniimbestigahan ang iligal raw na pagdakip kay Digong Duterte dito sa ating bansa. Dito po mga kabunyog, tila hindi asal senador itong mga aliporis ni Digong, dahil halos sabay-sabay kung magsalita at manumbat, hindi na halos pinapasalita ang resource person. At kung ano-ano pang pangbubuli ang ginagawa kina Torre at Remulla. Anyway, para po sa iba pang eksena sa nasabing hearing, panoorin po natin ito.
Yung Dr. Suba ni President Duterte certified him fit to travel. Di ba sabi niyo, sir, eventually pinapasok niyo rin doktor niya. So nung una, sa video nakita ko, ay hindi pa kasi niyo nasasubmit yung buong video, kaya hindi pa namin nare-review, no? That's why I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Kasi I'm not an eyewitness, I didn't see and even if I'm not an eyewitness, I didn't view the video, no? So dun sa nakita ko kasi, you were denying, the president was saying, you have to make sure I'm fit to travel, and then sabi niya, doktor ko, ang sabi niyo, may doktor na dito, it was a police or military colonel. So eventually you let in some of his doctors, correct, sir? Yeah. Did they certify that he was fit to travel?
I believe, sir, on that argument, we can already...
No, it's not an argument. I was just asking.
Okay, sir.
Did they certify that he was fit to travel, or hindi sila tinanong were they fit to travel?
It's not part of the procedure for his private doctors for that to do that, sir. It will be if the government doctors who will be
No,
taking
that's not
that,
true, sir. Ang nakalagay ho dito sa batas, it can be his doctors. Magiging inutil yung batas if you invite your doctors and then they cannot certify. So, mangyayari nun, if they certify hindi pwede, sinertify ng doctor pwede, korte ang magsasabi at kakasuhan yung doktor na nagkakamali. Hindi mo pwede basta't i-replace ng government doctor yung, so like now, no? If anyone here biglang nag-faint at sinabing hindi na siya pwedeng mag-appear dito, we have a Senate doctor. But if it's the doctor of the witness who tells us, we cannot immediately judge on the two. Kasi even dito po sa surrender, may mga tanong about being fit to travel eh. Na ang nakalagay nga and even yung baka mapahamak yung kapitan. Kasi kung titignan niyo po yung yung yes, pinirmahan ng kapitan, sa pinirmahan niya po may nakalagay doon ha. Saan 'yan?
Yes, Senator Cayetano, kung pwede lang i-clarify,
anyway,
ang nangyari, si Kitty, sinabi talaga na hindi pinapasok yung doktor. At sinabi ni Dr. Rosa Alensi na ang dating Pangulo, napakataas na ng kanyang diabetes, umabot ng 328, he needs to be admitted directly to a hospital. Nagkaroon ng diskusyon doon sa Villamor, pinatawag yata nung isang Colonel Dr. Donald Palma, cardiologist, na hindi siya nasa kalagayan na magbiyahe ng mahaba, pero pinirmahan ni Dr. Colonel Jonathan Rico, isa na namang Armed Forces Doctor, Commanding Officer ng Air Force, na pwede siyang bumiyahe. So, ibig sabihin, maliwanag na ang pumirma ng certification of fit to travel ay hindi kanyang doktor na hindi pinapasok, kundi doktor ng AFP.
Correct ba ho ang pagkakwento ni Chairperson? No, Senator Go, just before ito yung dahilan kung ba't ko tinatanong Sabi nga ni SOJ sub judice meron na request, may petition for writ of habeas corpus. Ang aking concern ngayon, kasi ang bata, ang ginagaya, hindi yung salita natin, yung gawa. And I think ganun din sa batang pulis, batang militar, batang tanod, batang NBI. They're watching now. So what if someone was arrested in Tawi-Tawi? Can he be visited by his family anytime? And can his doctor, they say, hindi mo pwede ilipad ng Manila yan? That's why I'm asking all of this, because according to Ambassador Marcos, Alacanilao, walang violation. Sabi niyo, walang violation, pero apparent dito no? So I just want to put that on record. Sana malinaw natin yan. Kasi may police, meron din po kayong, di ba, revised PNP operation procedure. pati doon pareho nung batas pero parang hindi nasunod. So I submit to you and to Senator Bongo. Thank you for waiting.
Thank you, Senator Cayetana. Ambassador Lacanlida, babalikan ko lang yung pinirmahan ninyo. Andito na sinabi ninyo, kahit nagkakadiskusyon na tungkol sa diabetes ni Presidente Duterte at yung kanyang kalagayan, pinirmahan ninyo that you don't know if he's fit to travel or not. Bakit pinagbiyahe yan kung hindi ka sigurado?
Ma'am, first of all, kasi hindi po ako nasa medical field, hindi ako ang doktor. Kaya
pero pinirmahan mo rin na hiniling niya na dalhin siya sa ospital kaagad kasi masama na ang pakiramdam.
Ma'am, kasi hindi po niya, that time, nag-request ho si former ES Medialdea na i-inform ko paglapag namin sa Hague ang ICC na mabigyan si former president ng medical assistance. Sabi niya, baka hindi ka pakinggan. Sabi ko, kakausapin ko po. Kaya ho, nag-request ho ako that time, paglapag namin, kinausap ko po kaagad.
So, hindi totoo na hindi mo alam? Alam mo na may problema?
Hindi po. Kasi po, yun po yung request. Wala po ko alam kung may yung, kasi hindi naman po ko yung doktor.
Hindi ko naman sinasabi na doktor ka, ambassador ka, sinabi mo kanina. Pero ang pinirmahan mo rito, you do not know. Paano you don't know? Nagkakagulo na tungkol sa doktor.
Hindi po. Yun nga po, nag-request lang po si former ES Medialdea na ambassador, mag-request tayo sa ICC para mabigyan ng medical assistance si former president. Pero hindi po namin pinag-usapan kung ano po yung kalagayan na mataas po ang kanyang sugar o mataas ang kanyang...
Hindi, humihingi na nga na direktang dalhin sa ospital. Tanungin natin si Senator Bongo. Kanina pa nagtataas ng kamay, sorry.
Ako nagtatanong, ako po magtatanong. To Ambassador Marcos Lacanilao, totoo ba na pagdating doon sa The Hague, sinakay siya sa stretcher, siya na lang mag-isa? Yes or no?
Opo.
Hindi nyo na sinamahan?
Hindi po kami inalaw ho ng ICC.
Paano yung mga medisina niya?
Yun pong kanyang personal nurse together with the PNP doctor, nakipag-coordinate sa doktor ng
Hindi
ICC
sila
and
pinababa?
binigay ho yung...
Yes or no?
Ano po yun?
Hindi sila pinababa?
Hindi po.
Wala siyang kasama binaba?
Wala po, siya lang po.
Siya lang mag-isa?
Opo.
Alam nyo ba, marami siyang medisina, 27 yan, araw-araw? Kung ano yung pinainom sa kanya, hanggang ngayon po, hindi pa rin pinapainom sa kanya, kahit pinagdalawang beses na pinadalahan siya mula sa Pilipinas, hindi pinapapasok. Dahil gusto nila sila ang maggamot. Paano na lang po kung hindi hiyang o hindi naayon sa kanyang karamdaman? Yung nasa Villamor pa lang po, si dating Pangulong Duterte, mataas yung blood sugar niya. And he is due for check-up po, March 12. Andiyan dyan po yung nurse niya. Monthly po yan. December, January, February, March. Buwan-buwan po yung kanyang medical procedure. 80 years old na po yan. Buwan-buwan, ako mismo sinasamahan ko. At yung gamot niya, buwan-buwan, ako rin po nagpapadala. May karamdaman na po si Tatay Digong. Alam niyo po, ganitong totoong kwento. Para alam niyo lang po yung totoo. Nung dumating si dating Pangulong Duterte, andyan dyan po yung doktor niya. Harap ko po si Chief PNP Marbil. Tinanong ko po, Sir, saan nyo ba dadalhin? Kasi dito yung mga doktor. Sabi nyo, dadalhin po sa kampo sa 250. Kaya tinanong ko po si yung spokesperson na hindi nagsasabi ng totoo. Tinanong ko saan dadalhin. Hindi niya ako sinagot, tinilikuran niya ako. Sumunod po kami. Nung sumunod kami, hindi na po ako pinapasok. That was 10 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Meron pong sumundo sa amin. Sumakay ako sa sasakyan ni Ma'am Hanilet. Pagbaba sa gate, binababa po ako. That was 3 o'clock pa lang po. Binababa po ako. Hindi po ako pinapasok. Respeto lang naman ang hinihingi ko. Just for the record. Sino bang pumigil nito? Bakit kaya hindi kami pinapasok? Kaya hindi po ako nagtataka kung hindi po pinapasok si VP Sara nung gabi. Paano papasok? Sarado na yung gate. As in, sarado. Lahat po ng gate sa kampo, sarado na po. Nung sinubukan ko pong pumasok, nagpaalam po kami. Pinababa po ako. Kahit nakasakay na po ako sa sasakyan. Nakiusap na lang po ako papasukin yung mga doktor. Yung 3 doktor po. It took you about 3 hours, 4 hours pa po. After his arrival, bago pinapasok yung doktor. Yung oxygen niya nandoon, yung ambulansya po nandoon. Inantay muna about 3 to 4 hours. Or even 5 hours bago pinapasok po yung ambulansya. Pati yung doktor niya. Doon pa po nalaman na mataas 300 plus po ang kanyang blood sugar. With that findings, kung talagang chinek up ng doktor ninyo ng maayos, he is not fit to fly. He is not fit to fly. Due for check-up na po siya and admission po, March 12. You may check with his hospital sa Cardinal Santos. Naka-reserve na po yun. A week before pa po. Hindi naman magsisinungaling yung hospital. Yan na po. Yung gusto lang natin malaman dito, yung katotohanan lamang po. The truth. The truth.
General?
Kung ano lang po yung totoo. Salamat po.
General, tama ba yung sinasabi ni Senator Bongo na 3 oras nang nag-iintay yung sariling doktor ni dating Pangulo at hindi pinapapasok ng pagkahaba-habang panahon samantalang may sakit yung kanyang pasyente?
There was a doctor from Cardinal Santos, ma'am, babae. At nag-request pa nga yun nung...
3 oras bang nag-iintay?
Nag-request pa ng... na magpapasok ng ECG, ma'am.
Pero 3 oras nag-intay?
3 to 4 hours po bago pinapasok ang doktor at yung ambulansya. Ginawa nga pong installment yung pagpapasok ninyo. Una, papasukin muna yung isang doktor. Pinapasok na naman yung isang doktor. Finally po, kailangan pumasok yung ambulansya, yung ECG mismo, pati yung oxygen. Anuhin mo naman yung doktor, wala yung ambulansya, wala yung ECG, wala yung oxygen. Tingnan niyo po yung records niyo, ano oras nakapasok. 10 a.m. yung arrival, kapasok yung doktor, mga alas 2 na po, siguro alas 3. It took 4 hours. Pakiusap ko lang po yung katotohanan lamang po. Huwag na tayong magpaligoy-ligoy dito, huwag na natin iikot pa. The truth lang po.
Maraming salamat, Senator Go. At nakita ko yung mga retrato ni Presidente Duterte, nakahiga, natutulog sa isang maliit na upuan, may oxygen cannula. Talagang sintomas yun pag nahihilo na sa diabetes. Hindi ba kayo natauhan doon sa sitwasyon niya, sa kalagayan niya? Di pa kayo nag-alala na yung inaaresto ninyo talagang masama ang kalagayan, maluba ang karamdaman? Yes, General Torre. Nakita mo naman siguro, nakita ko lang sa picture, di mas lalo mong nakita.
Regarding the medical condition of the former president, sa tingin ko naman, ma'am, supisyente ang mga doktor na nandun, and I defer to their expertise.
Pero hindi niya doktor. Ayon sa batas, siya ang pipili ng doktor.
Ma'am, may picture tayo rito na may doktor siyang sarili galing sa sa Cardinal Santos. Babae po yun, nakaputing t-shirt. At siya po ay doktor ni PRRD. Ang sa akin lang dito, ma'am, is that I take comfort on the fact that we have a benefit of 2020 hindsight, ma'am. Bago maglanding aeroplano ni President Duterte, he himself was the one who made a video, pinadala niya sa anak niya, pinost ni Kitty, sinasabi niya okay siya. So I think all the discussions now about his medical condition, parang siya na mismo nagsabi mo na okay siya bago maglanding sa Hague. At ibigay niya kay Kitty yon, pinost sa internet yon, and everyone saw it. Thank you, ma'am.
Madam Chair, I understand what you're saying, General Torre. Ang problema nga, kung ako ay pulis sa Batanes, sa kahit saan, sa sulok ng Taguig, sa sulok ng Pangasinan, sa sulok ng ang laki-laki ng Davao, Cebu City, tapos sinabing kailangan ko doktor ko. And then sabihin isa lang sufficiente or sa militar sufficiente. Paano kung may nangyari sa kanila? That's why the law is clear. The law is clear. Doctors, priest, choice nung inaaresto or dinidetain, and then ganun din pag family members. No ifs, no buts. Diba? So, I have seen Supreme Court cases where they said that this is not to be a precedent. That this is a special case. Diba? We've seen Supreme Court case. So, if you say this is a special case, given the circumstance, I will not say you're right, but I will not argue with you. But if you tell me, sir, okay naman siya, o tignan mo. So paano nga kung, kasi the law is clear eh. Hindi naman ikaw magsasabing sufficiente, hindi. But you're supposed to allow all of his doctors in right away, and you're supposed to allow his family members there and not deny them. So yun lang yung point that I want to make. Especially kung si Ambassador Lacanilao also is certifying to the ICC. I'm not sure, but tingin ko, kaya hindi kinuha kagad si President Duterte na hindi mo pa napirmahan lahat. Because ayaw nilang kunin, tapos hindi fit to travel, pag na-stroke yun o may nangyari sa kanya, human rights institution yun, sila pagbibintangan. Kaya ka pinapirma muna na at hindi kukunin hanggang hindi ka pumirma, para yung responsibility na sa atin. Diba? So that's what I'm saying, General Torre, that what I'm discussing with you now is beyond what happened here. It's the revised rules of PNP operational procedure vis-a-vis the Republic Act 7438. Sa 7438, there's no exception eh. Hindi sinabi dito na pag ganitong oras, hindi na pwede yung anak. Pagka ganito, yung doktor, pipila ka sa labas, hindi ganitong oras. Diba? So anyway, I think we both made our points naman unless you want to add on that. No? How about you, General Torre? May violation ho ba sa arrest or detention ni former President Duterte?
No, sir.
No, wala. Categorical wala tayong violate na law.
No, sir.
Okay. Can I read to you Republic Act 7438? An act defining certain rights of person arrested and detained under custodial investigation, as well as the duties of the arresting, detaining, and investigating officer and providing penalties for violation thereof. Section F, any person arrested or detained arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation shall be allowed visits by or conference with any member of the immediate family or any medical doctor or priest, minister chosen by him, or by any member of his immediate family or by his counsel. I saw the video, sir. President Duterte was asking for his own doctors. Ang sabi nyo, hindi, may dala kayong doctor na colonel. Tama po ba?
That's one part, sir.
Yes, so you did not allow him to bring in his own doctor.
There's another video that will show that he has his doctors from the Cardinal Santos.
Yes, and he was saying kulang yon kasi ano pa sila, di ba? Yung iba pang doctors, pero hindi na pinayagan. There's videos from outside, yung ibang gamit, etc. Correct, sir? So, you can answer. Hindi to yes or no. So, to your point, did you allow all of his doctors in or no?
Sir, we have substantial doctor. I think we have complied with 7438, sir.
Okay. It doesn't say here substantial. It says
with
here...
7438, sir.
No, sir. Ang sabi kasi dito, his choice. Hindi nyo choice. Hindi nyo choice i-limit yung doctors niya. Ang sabi nyo, substantial. So, I will clarify. Were there doctors that he requested you did not allow in? Yes
I was
or
not
no?
aware of that, sir.
Okay. You're not aware kung meron pinapasok o wala.
Kung meron siyang ibang
Okay.
additional doctors,
But
sir.
I saw the video wherein you're saying 2-star, ako na nagdedesisyon, I will not allow VP Sara in. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hindi ba siya anak? Ang nakalagay dito, the person's immediate family shall include his or her spouse, fiancé, parent or child, brother, sister, grandparent, grandchild, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, etc. Ang penalty nito ay 4 na taon ata na kulong. penalty clause. Any arresting public officer, employee, or any investigator who fails to inform any person arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation of his right to remain silent and to have competent penalty of not less than 8 years. Ito, sa letter B, any person who obstructs or prevents any of his lawyers, any member of his family, or person arrested, detained, medical doctor or priest of his choice, 4 years. So, sir, you prevented VP Sara from entering.
At the outset, sir, maraming salamat sa pagbigay sa akin ng pagkakataon na ito para maklarify yan, sir, dahil nung first hearing natin, sir, ay palagay ko na-explain na lahat yan, sir, at nagkaroon ng napakaraming mga...
Nung first hearing, sir, ang pinag-usapan kasi doon na lawyer, ako, upon looking at the Constitution, kaming mga senador, we cannot appear before the court, but we can practice. Pero ang presidente, vice president cannot practice. So, kasama na ako doon at yung ibang nagsabing abogada. Pero, nung nakita ko tong batas na to, nakalagay, pag anak, you cannot stop them from visiting. And nakita ko yung video, but sabi nyo nga, may kompleto kayong video, that's why I'm asking you, baka naman pinapasok nyo nang hindi ko alam. Sabi mo, 2 stars, sir, ako na. Ako nagdesisyon nito, sir. I don't know if you use the word, ako mananagot. So, simple lang question ko, did you prevent VP Sara from seeing her father? Yes or no?
Can I expound on this, sir, before I answer the yes or no,
go ahead.
sir? Thank you, sir. Kaya ako nagpapasalamat, sir, na ma-expound yan, sir, dahil after the first hearing, medyo marami-rami ang lumabas, sir, ng mga misinformation regarding that matter, sir. Yes, sir, I did I did deny the request of President Duterte for him to allow VP Sara to enter, sir. Kasi nga naman, sir, mag-alas 10 na yun, sir. And that is already around 12 hours after we first got him into custody. The VP has all the chances to be with the President earlier that day. We are expecting her. Actually, sir, mga alas 3 pa lang, may information na darating siya. And kung gusto talaga nilang pumasok, sir, pwede naman, sir, eh. Kasi
hinadangan mo nga, di
ma'am,
ba?
Sinundo, ma'am, sa loob ng Villamor.
Sinabi nga ninyo na hinarang, di ba? Sabi
yes, ma'am. Ito,
kasi
mama,
gabi na, matagal na.
I did, ma'am, I did really prevent that from the VP. I told the President that she can visit her on the detention cell in Hague. Sabi ko kung gusto niya talaga. Pero
sabi mo makapasok, pero sa kabilang dako sinabi mo you prevented her. Alin ba talaga?
Let me clarify, ma'am, hindi pa ako tapos, ma'am, eh.
Hindi, iba-iba lang yung sinasabi mo, eh.
Ma'am, patapusin niyo ako kung pwede. Kung pwede, ma'am. Okay lang. Kasi ma'am, meron tayong...
I think the resource person is...
if you will allow me? Sir, if you will allow me? Sir?
Yaw.
Okay, sir.
Kaya nga, but please.
Ito, sir, after all was being said and done, yung sasakyan ni Hanilet, sir, and 5 other vehicles, nakapasok at sinundo sila, sir. Ang eroplano nasa bukas pang pintuan, sir. So, yan, sir, ang isang tumayong balahibo ko nun, sir, noong panahon na nakita ko, naku, andyan yata si VP Sara, andyan si Bongo nakapasok na. Kasi sinusundo na, sir, si Hanilet at saka si Kitty, sir, ng kanilang mga sasakyan, together with the other entourage. Bakit nila sumabay dun, sir, sa tarmac? Bukas pa naman, sir, ang pintuan.
Alam mo, Madam Chair,
sir.
Nick,
Sir.
That's
a new information, sir.
Kung pwede pumasok yung si Ma'am Hanilet at saka si Kitty, gusto mo ring sabay-sabay na sila.
Sir, ganito. Hindi ko dinideny na pinrevent ko si VP Sara na pumasok based on the request of the former president.
Okay,
the reason for that,
you prevented VP Sara from entering.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Because the reason for that is that 12 hours na ang nakalipas at tapos na ang lahat ng mga delaying tactics.
Nick,
I cannot allow that. Otherwise, magiging magulo pa ang situation, sir.
Nag-expire pala yung karapatan ng akusado.
May expiration date pala yung karapatan ng anak na bumisita sa kanyang tatay?
Sir, we do believe ako sir, personally, that's my call at that time because I'm operating on the premise na
So it's your
aking
call.
mission.
So it's your call to
Yes,
violate
sir.
the law.
Yes.
It's your call to violate the law. Dahil nakalagay sa batas, binasa ni Senator Alan Cayetano na bawal na pigilan yung anak na bumisita. So it's your call to violate the law.
Hindi sa ganong context, sir.
Oo.
Anong konteksto?
Anong konteksto
Kasasabi
mo?
mo lang, talagang hinadlangan mo yung pagpasok eh.
Mr. President, I won't belabor the point kasi sinagot nyo naman, sir, yung tanong ko. Kasi nga, going back to Ambassador Lacanilao, that's a violation of the law. If you look at the law, it says arrested, detained, and custodial investigation. Kung arrested lang to, baka may lusot, 12 hours, 6 hours, matagal na. Pero ang nakalagay sa law kasi, you cannot deny pag arrested, detained, and custodial investigation. No if, no buts tong batas na to because nga, in the past, lalo pagka, wala pa namang internet masyado nito eh. 1992, no? Wala pa masyado yung mga, bago pa lang yung mga, cellphone na ba nito or ano? But ang point, sir, there's no exceptions here. So that's a matter of defense kay General Torre.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.